All right, guys, I'm super excited to come to you today because I'm gonna have a new pre-workout, part of a new system that I'm trying to actually help me continue to work out, help burn more calories while I work out, right? That perfect combination that a lot of people are looking for. Hopefully that means that I'll end up losing weight while I'm doing this as well. This is one of a few products that I am gonna be using, but if you wanna know more about the full system I'm using and a little bit about the why and what brought me to try and record the actual process and progress of my successes and losses, go check my last video. You'll be able to find that information there. But for this video, we're doing a flavor test on Alpha Lion, their pre-workout, which right here, Superhuman Burn. It's called Cherry Popper, which is supposed to be, I believe, a sweet black cherry. This is an interesting product, to be honest. It has a lot of the basics that you're not used to in a pre-workout. It has L-citrulline, beta-alanine, L-taurine, right? And then they have their own things in there for focus and energy. We'll get into an in-depth review when we actually complete the tub, but needless to say, it does have 320 milligrams of caffeine, but their caffeine is like a caffeine energy blend. It has caffeine androgenous, which we're probably used to. Well, most of us are used to. But then it also has some extended release caffeine and delayed release caffeine. So I'm very interested to see how the energy and focus level extend throughout my workout. It'll be very different. They also have a thermogenic matrix in here that's supposed to help you lose more body fat while you work out. But that we'll get into, we'll figure that out. Right now, the reason we're here is to taste test it, see how it tastes, and that way is it worth you even trying this specific flavor. So they suggest 8 to 10 ounces of water for those who already have a strong tolerance. I'm gonna say I have a strong tolerance. I use a 320 milligram pre-workout already from another company. I do a lot of caffeine if you follow my channel. So I'm gonna do 1 full scoop. If you need to figure out your tolerance, guys, they suggest half a scoop. That would mean you're probably gonna have to either eyeball it or measure it out by weight on like a food scale. So 8 to 10 ounces right here. They actually sent me one of their own little sports shaker blender bottles, Alpha Lion. It's kind of nice, very cool, a little bit transparent. I do have 8 ounces of water in here, and we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. Let's mix it up. So this blender bottle is unique. It's not the blender bottle brand. It's sports, what do they call, sports shaker. And they have one of these little wafer discs in here, which I've had another company that had sent me one of those, and it was okay. We'll see if this one's any better than the other one. It's different, it's unique. I'm a fan of the other stuff, but I also know that there's competition, right? Ooh. So you can see this is a pretty decent sized scoop, a lot of powder coming out. I'll try to get an even level scoop, which is usually what you look for. I should honestly be weighing this out to make sure that I'm getting the accurate weight, but I will be doing that in the future. Right now, for this purposes, we're just trying to get a flavor test. So let's put this back up here. We'll plop this in, so that just rests right in there. I don't know if you can see at the top. Never really used this one before, so we'll see. Top's closed, and let's give it a shake. So, like I said, because nothing's shaking in there, it's not super loud, right? That's good. We'll be using this right now. I'm going to be using this exclusively for probably the next month while I give this a try and their system in general, which has some other products. Like I said, jump into my last video, and you'll be able to see what other products I'll be using during this specific journey in these next 30 days. But I'm excited to give it a try. Why not, right? Every pre-workout I've had before is just focused on workout. This is a little different. This one actually focuses on thermogenic and workout enhancement. So we'll see how that combination does. Unfortunately, I usually pour it into a little cup so you can see the flavor. Unfortunately, I don't have a tasting cup right now with me today. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna just give it a taste test, right? So I've shaken it up. There's no blender bottle, so there's no noise. There's no little ball in there to blend it up. So we'll see how it is. So smelling it, it smells like sweet cherry. It does have a little bit of, maybe a little bit of almost a bitter note. That might be the ingredients coming through. Can't really see the color, unfortunately, but let's give it a try, right? So 8 ounces of water, 1 scoop of pre-workout. Supposed to be like a sweet black cherry. Okay. So initially you get kind of that cherry flavoring, kind of that artificial cherry flavoring right up front. And then I do get a really big sweet punch at the end. Like it's almost like a tart, which has, you know, cherry has like a tart flavor to it, but it's like a sweet tartness that honestly made my jaw kind of clench up and feel like it pushed back a little bit, because it was like, oh, like a little bit of artificial cherry flavoring and then like a sweet tart punch in the back. So much so that like I'm actually like, I'm salivating quite a bit. It was quite a punch there. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. This flavor might be a little too intense for me on the back end, but I'm going to be trying it and using it regardless, right? Because I need to get through this and see how it works. But it's not a terrible flavor. If you like cherry, you might like this. It is more of an artificial cherry flavor, so the cherry you might get in a candy or in like a drink form. I don't want to say like cherry Coke at all, because you do get that Coke flavor in there as well, but that cherry flavoring kind of alludes a little bit to this. It might not be my favorite flavor. It is not the worst flavor I've had, but it's not going to be my go-to flavor if I continue to use this specific version of pre-workout. Otherwise, guys, I appreciate your time. If there's other flavors, other products, other thoughts you have, drop them down in the comments. I'm more than happy to help out, respond to some questions that when I'm able to, and subscribe to my channel, like this video, so that way you are notified when I'm finishing this tub, when I finish my next 30-day journey, and you'll be able to see the results. Until next time, guys, I appreciate it. Goodbye.